See Destiny Productions presents Power to Win with Dr. Valerie Daniels Carter. Expect a powerful half-hour broadcast that allows you to engage from the business world to the spiritual world, to be inspired and to be informed, empowering, enlightening, mentoring, enriching. Please like us on Facebook and follow us on YouTube and Instagram. Remember, you have the power to win with Dr. Valerie Daniels Carter.
Good evening, and thank you for joining with me. Allow me to share a prayer with you as we open this session of Power to Win. O Lord our God, how excellent is thy name in all the earth. From the rising of the sun until the going down of the same, your name is worthy to be praised. So we reverence you for just being God, God of all things. Thank you for what you've provided to us. Thank you for the wisdom and knowledge that you've given and the ability for me to share it. Continue to bless my hands and my work. Look on our nation, look on our country, look on our leaders, look on the ministries. Bless them is my prayer. In Jesus' name, amen. Well, welcome. As we begin our session tonight, I want you to take a moment to like, share, and tag this session with other entrepreneurs, business executives, pastors, ministry leaders, missionaries, your co-workers. Take a moment and share it with your children. It's going to be a good session. Thank you for viewing the telecast each Tuesday night. And for those of you who listen, thank you on Mondays and Wednesdays and Sundays for listening. I'm so appreciative to those who've already purchased my new book, From Pandemic to Promise. But I've got some great news to share with you. Because of the great level of support we experienced with our virtual book review last month, and due to the fact that some attendees in the southern region had some inclement weather on that day, we've scheduled a virtual book review 2. That virtual book review 2 will be held on April 9th, 2021. That's April 9th, 2021. So lock in Friday night, April 9th, 2021. I'm spending that time with Dr. Carter in the virtual book review number 2. And as with our first book review, you're going to receive a wonderful prayer shawl. You're going to receive an autographed book and a special gift. So go to my website and register now, www.valeriedanielscarter.com, and sign up for this event. That's www.valeriedanielscarter.com and sign up for this event. Proceeds from the event will aid us in continuing our educational and ministry initiatives, both here and abroad. So I'm looking forward to you joining me as I share nuggets from my book, From Pandemic to Promise. I want to dialogue with you. Well, tonight's session is interesting. It's titled, How Difficult Can Innovation Be? How difficult can innovation be? I particularly like the definition that ASQ gives for innovation. They state that innovation is defined as the ways in which an organization updates, changes, and improves its internal processes, their manufacturing techniques, and management methods. Innovation must meet certain criteria in order to be deemed successful, including meeting the customer needs, satisfying the expense and return on investment requirements, and improving employee satisfaction, as well as delivering a quality product. ASQ states that innovation helps to introduce new concepts, knowledge, products, services, and processes into organizations and the outside marketplace. Listen, there are thousands and thousands upon thousands of great innovators. Some most notable, Thomas Edison, George Washington Carver, Madam C.J. Walker, Steve Jobs, Charles Drew, Benjamin Franklin, Elijah McCoy, Bill Gates, Alexander Graham, the Wright brothers. I could go on and on and on and share with you both historical and current innovators. Innovators are individuals that have proven that they have an edge in being able to enter new markets faster and with depth. Innovation allows growing and developing organizations and businesses and ministries to advance beyond the norm and to be a trendsetter. In order to protect or defend your position in the market, you must have a sound plan for innovation, or you must have a team of individuals who understand innovation and its value. And listen, it can be challenging because at times your platform may be designed from a foundation of history, and you've got to understand how to transform that and create new targets for your company. Innovation is the main driver of economic process and well-being. The Boston Consulting Group surveyed over 1,500 global senior executives, and 75% of them reported that innovation is among the top 3 priorities for their company. Listen, 1,500 global executives report that innovation is critically important for their company. So in essence, you're competing with the world. But evidence shows that companies who pursue innovation are likely to survive longer and provide higher levels of returns to their members or their stakeholders. Let's say that one more time. Evidence shows that companies who pursue innovation are likely or more likely to survive longer and provide higher levels of return to their members and their stakeholders. Though different forms of innovation exist, companies can put competitors at bay if they execute on innovation. It also allows you to create barriers of entry for your competition. It allows you to better fulfill your customer requests, both today and in the future. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Innovation can be demanding and perplexing, but it is absolutely essential for progressive thinking businesses and ministries. I can't stress that enough. My brother, who's a bishop, used to, and he still does say, if you set a fire, people will come to watch it burn. If you do something different, if you do something creative, you will spur or get the interest of others. So the question really becomes, why today? Why are you talking about innovation today? I'm talking about it because innovation in its overall context is the game that's played to allow us to change. It allows us to shift in knowledge. It allows us to produce outside of our normal place of operation. It allows us to virtually understand how important engaging future and today challenges within our company to reshape or redefine who we are. It may be onerous, but it can be done. There was a preacher that used to say, it might be difficult, but it can be done. First of all, you have to understand your niche and how you align properly without creating or restructuring a new platform every time there is a creative idea. If you do that, it will allow you to become more profitable. What are you saying? Companies do it all the time. I'm going to give you all a little trick. Don't tell nobody I told you, but here it is. The same burger that's on your cheeseburger, your hamburger, your mushroom burger, your jalapeno burger, and I could go on and continue to name burgers. It's the same burger with just a different topping. Why is that important? You don't want to create a new platform every time you want to be innovative. Because the cost of doing that, if a hamburger chain, and I'm not going to call any names, changed the burger every time they got ready to redefine or create a sandwich, do you know how expensive that would be for that organization? But the mere fact that I can take a burger and I can put pickle, lettuce, tomato, ketchup, and onion and call it one thing, and you guys say, oh, this tastes so great. And then I can take that same burger with the same bun, and I can put cheese, Swiss cheese, and mushroom on it, and call it a mushroom burger. And you guys think I've given you something fantastic. What I've done is I've been innovative. I've created based on a demand, but I've not created a ton of costs in order to do it. So, given the imperative to innovate in today's world, we've got to be challenged and understand how to yet be competitive. We've got to understand that it is imperative to shift and change. If I never gave you a different kind of sandwich, you may get tired of coming to me for the same sandwich. But I can market to you in a way or shift you in a way to where you'll want to come back over and over again because of innovation. Listen, don't be afraid to be innovative in your ministry. Don't be afraid to create platforms and then build upon those platforms a level of success. Take a model that works for your young people. Let it be your foundational model. And then continue to build on that model. Continue to grow from that model. Given the challenges of today's world and the world we live in and everything we're surrounded with, don't be afraid to share and learn best practices or trends based on unique insights of innovation. They are, I promise you, highly valued in the marketplace. If you have a platform for innovation, it allows you to fully capture the value and benefit of forward thinking. Never be so focused on yourself that you don't appreciate the value of what I call AEP. AEP. Already established platforms. When you understand that I've already established this platform and I can build from what I've already established, it allows you to get to market faster, quicker, with less expense, and develop a product that has really a recognizable position with individuals. Did you know that the Bible teaches us that there's nothing new under the sun? Solomon in Ecclesiastes 1:9, he says, what has been is what will be, and what has been done is what will be done, and there is nothing new under the sun. Listen, things can be redesigned and re-enhanced to perform differently, but the core elements are used over and over and over in life. To say there is nothing new under the sun does not ignore inventions or innovation or advances in technology. Rather, it means that these innovations do not amount to any basic change in the world. In Solomon's time, many advances took place in society. Many innovations took place in society. But from the largest perspective of life, human nature remains and will always remain the same. The earth is the foundation, and nothing is going to change the earth being the earth. So at the end of his dialogue, Solomon writes, now all has been heard. In other words, everything that you can imagine has been heard. Here is the conclusion of the matter. When it all comes down to the conclusion of the matter, when it all boils down to what's really important, you can be the greatest innovator in the world. You can have the best platform in the world. Solomon says the key is to fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the duty of all mankind. For God will bring every deed into judgment, including every hidden thing, whether it be good or bad. So you have to take an honest look at your business and determine what's working and what's not working, what is good and what is not good. And sometimes you have to be honest to take the what is not good and make some very strong decisions behind it. Many times in life, I've had to look at what was not working to determine how I could be creative to shift it to make it work. And sometimes I was able to do it, and if I'm honest with you, sometimes I was just not able to do it. There's been employees that have worked for me, and I remember this one gentleman particularly well. I shall never forget him. Because I thought when I hired him, I said, this guy is innovative. He's creative. Oh my goodness. He could speak seven. Repeat this with me. 7. S-E-V-E-N. 7 different languages fluently. And I'm not talking about, some of us can make 1 or 2 words out. And so what are you speaking? Oh, I'm speaking Spanish. Well, what are you speaking? Oh, I'm speaking French. And when I go from country to country, I have a little translator with me. And I have it in my ear. And sometimes I don't want people to know I can't speak their language or their dialect. And I'll put the translator in there and I'll say, hello, how are you today? And it'll tell me what to say in their language and I'll repeat it and people will be, impressed. This guy was not like that. I can't speak 7 languages. I barely do good with the 2 I think I know. So I thought for sure when he was interviewing with me that I had a phenomenal employee. He shared vision. He shared the things he had done in order to bring success to other environments he had worked in. So I hired that guy. And he started working in the restaurant as a restaurant manager. And literally the first 21 days were all training, just working with him in training. And I would come back to the restaurant and the trainer would tell me, Mrs. Carter, he's very nice, but we have one problem. I says, what's that? He can't count money. I said, oh my God, we really got a problem. He can't count money. And so I says, there's no way someone that has a master's degree, is fluent in 7 different languages, cannot count money. He said to me, he absolutely cannot not count money. And so I said, well, let me just check this out. And so I went to the front counter and I made an order. And I ordered me a combo and I ordered something else so it wouldn't be just the normal, your total is. It would have had to be a total that they weren't expecting. And I passed him a $20 bill. And he looked at the $20 bill and he punched in $20 so he would know how much change to give me back. And I watched that. I said, okay, I got it. And so then the next night I went back in. I said, how'd he do tonight? He said, he did pretty good, but the register system went down. And we tried to show him how to operate when the register system went down. So we had a calculator next to him. So if a person gave you X amount of money, just add up what it says on the menu board it costs, and you'll be okay. And the trainer said to me, and you're about $150 short tonight based upon the fact that he can't even use a calculator. I said, you cannot be serious. And so the next day I called the individual and I brought them into the office. And I said, and I'm not going to call his name. You guys know I try to protect myself. And I said, is there something that you can't do when it relates to math and money? He says, well, I'm going to tell you the truth. He says, I've never been able to do math well. I said, but you can speak 7 languages. He says, I can. He said, but I can't add. And I stood there for a minute because here was a grown man that could not add. And I had 2 choices. First of all, try to find my $150. No. To either develop him or to, basically tell him we're in a cash business and you got to be able to manage cash. So I decided to try to develop him. And those that were working with me at that time, they know this story. So I told him, I said, I'm going to teach you how to count. And literally, for over 3 weeks, every day after his shift, I had him come to my house and I would teach him how to count. I would teach him and try to teach him math. And he couldn't catch it. He couldn't learn the process of addition and subtraction. So I said, I know what I'll do. I went downstairs in my basement. And I told my husband, I said, where's the Monopoly game? and he showed me where it was, and I got the Monopoly game out, and I went back upstairs. I said, look, we're going to play Monopoly. And I played Monopoly for 3.5 weeks with this employee, but because he enjoyed the game, it allowed him to start learning how to cash out and cash in property. And for years, no one ever knew that he could not count, because I made it fun, I made it exciting, and I protected myself. So when he got back and learned how to count and used his play money, I said, now this in the store, this is not play money. This is real money. So I need to make sure you handle this like it's real money. And we laughed about it. But to this day, that young man is grateful because I did not take what he could not do as a detriment to him. I created an environment for him to be successful. In other words, go on and design your models for your ministry platform and for things you want to do. Go on and be creative and take some of the things that you understand are necessary in order for you to be able to assist and help others. Go on and be innovative, be a pioneer, create a destiny, not only for yourself, but for others. Understand that when you bless others, you bless yourself. Understand and remember that you can really take and create innovative things and place them in the hands of average people, and they will become supernatural. Because what are you doing? You're placing growth and development in them. Can it be difficult sometimes? Yes, it can. But I challenge you to do it. Won't you close in prayer with me? Father, for this time and for this session, I am thankful and I am grateful. And you are the great creator. You are the greatest innovator that I know. So I pray this night that you will take what you've given to us and allow that level of creativity to multiply 100-fold in our spirit. That we will become more blessed and more broader because you have seeded in us the ability to see beyond today. Bless our homes, bless our families, bless our churches, bless our businesses, bless our ministries as only you can do. Thank you for being God in all and overall. In Jesus' name is my prayer. Well, thank you for joining with us. Remember to sign up for our virtual book review. It's going to be April 9th, and we're going to have a good time. Go to our website, www.valeriedanielscarter.com, and register tonight. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until next week, may the Lord bless you real good, and may the blessings of the Lord be upon you. It has been my joy to share.
We're so glad you joined us tonight. Please like us on Facebook and follow us on YouTube and Instagram. We look forward to seeing you next week. Remember, you have the power to win with Dr. Valerie Daniels Carter.